Have you ever looked at someone who seems to have it all figured out and wondered what their secret is? You see them succeeding, always positive, always moving forward, while you feel like you're just trying to keep your head above water. Let me tell you, it's not about luck. It's not about some hidden talent. And it's definitely not because they were handed more opportunities. The difference comes down to one simple, powerful concept: control. Specifically, control over 4 key areas of your life: your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money. If you can master these 4 things, I promise you, you can master your life. See, most people don't realize that the power to completely transform their reality is already inside them. It's just waiting to be unlocked. But here's the catch: if you don't take control of these 4 areas, they will absolutely control you. They become the unseen forces that dictate your decisions, shape your relationships, and determine whether you seize opportunities or let them slip by. When you let them run wild, you end up drifting, reacting to life instead of creating it. You find yourself in situations you never wanted, wondering how you got there. But when you take the reins, you become the one in the driver's seat. You decide the direction, you set the pace, and you create the life you truly want. So today, we're going to break this down, starting with the very first one. By the end of this video, you'll have a new sense of clarity and responsibility for where your life is headed. Let's start with your mouth. When I say control your mouth, I don't just mean biting your tongue when you're angry, though that's a big part of it. I'm talking about something much deeper. I'm talking about understanding the incredible power that is released with every single word you speak. Your words are like arrows. Once they leave your lips, you can't pull them back. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone just talking without thinking, spewing negativity, complaining, or gossiping, without even considering the damage they're doing? The truth is, the words that come out of your mouth are not just sounds. They are creative forces. They have the power to build up your world or tear it down. When you speak, you're not just describing your reality, you are creating it. If you constantly talk about how hard life is, how nothing ever works out for you, or how impossible your goals are, you are literally programming your brain and your environment to match those words. You're building a world of limitation for yourself, but the opposite is also true. When you start speaking with faith, when you declare that things are possible, when you use your words to encourage yourself and others, you create an atmosphere where success, positivity, and opportunity can actually grow. Think about the most inspiring people you know. Do they constantly talk about problems and defeat? No, they use their words to inspire, to push forward, and to open doors for themselves and for others. That's the kind of power you have in your mouth right now. The power to speak life into any situation. But that same power can be destructive if you feel reckless with it. You have to be deliberate. Before you speak, just take a 1-second pause and ask yourself, is what I am about to say going to help or hurt? Is it going to build up or tear down? Too many people let their emotions hijack their words and end up saying things they later regret. But once those words are out, the impact is made. And this isn't just about how you talk to other people. It's about how you talk to yourself. The voice inside your head is the most important one you'll ever listen to. If you're constantly telling yourself, I can't do this, or I'm not smart enough, guess what? You'll start to believe it. You'll sabotage your own success before you even begin. But when you flip that script, when you start feeding yourself words of encouragement, like I can handle this, I am capable, I will figure this out, everything begins to change. You speak yourself into strength, into courage, and into action. Controlling your mouth isn't about being silent. It's about being intentional. It's about understanding that every word is either a stepping stone or a stumbling block. Think of your words as seeds. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, that's the harvest you're going to get. But if you plant seeds of faith, determination, and positivity, that is what will grow in your life. Be mindful of the seeds you're planting, because you will have to live in the garden you create. Let's get real for a moment. What's the most powerful tool you own? It's not your phone, not your car, not your degree. It's your mind. Everything starts right here. Every action you take, every decision you make, every habit you form, it all begins with a thought. And here's the hard truth. If you don't control your mind, it will absolutely control you. You'll end up living a life of reaction, constantly pushed around by your fears, your doubts, and the opinions of others, instead of living with purpose. Think about it like this: what you focus on expands. If you let your mind become a garden for weeds, negativity, comparison, worrying, that's what your life will produce. But if you intentionally plant seeds of growth, possibility, and determination, that's what will flourish. So many of us get caught in a downward spiral of fear and self-doubt, thinking that's just how it is. But it's not. You have the power to change that narrative. Controlling your mind isn't about pretending problems don't exist or ignoring the tough stuff. It's about developing the mental discipline to rise above the noise. It's about choosing to focus on solutions instead of dwelling on problems. You need to guard your mind like it's the most valuable asset you have, because it is. So, how do you do that? Start by being incredibly selective about what you consume. That constant stream of negative news, the toxic social media feeds that make you feel less than, the endless drama that keeps you stressed. Cut it out. Unfollow, unsubscribe, and walk away. Your mental space is precious. Instead, fill it with things that lift you up. Read books that challenge you. Listen to podcasts that inspire you. Follow people who are doing what you want to do. And here's a big one. Surround yourself with a tribe of driven, positive people. Energy is contagious. If you're around people who are constantly complaining and seeing limits, you'll start to do the same. But if you're around people who are chasing goals and believe in possibility, their fire will light yours. When those negative thoughts inevitably creep, because they will, don't let them set up camp. Catch them, challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought even true? Is it helping me? Then, actively replace it with something better, something that empowers you. Tools like visualization, meditation, and even just quiet prayer are not just spiritual fluff, they are powerful training exercises for your brain. They teach you to focus, to calm the chaos, and to align your thoughts with your goals. Mastering your mind is a daily practice. It's a commitment you make to yourself and your future every single day. It's not a one-time fix, but when you do this, when you truly take ownership of your thoughts, you're not just hoping for a better life, you're actively building it. You take back the steering wheel and decide exactly where you want to go. Now, let's talk about something that's directly connected to your mind, your mood. Your mood is the filter through which you experience the entire world. If that filter is smudged with negativity or frustration, everything will look bleak. But if it's clear and bright, you'll see opportunities everywhere. The game-changing secret is that your mood doesn't just happen to you. You have far more control over it than you think. Your emotions are valid. It's okay to feel sad, angry, or disappointed. But just because you feel something doesn't mean you have to let it hijack your entire day or your life. Feelings are like waves in the ocean, they come and they go. You can learn to ride them instead of letting them pull you under. Most people operate as if their feelings are facts. A bad morning turns into a bad day, which turns into a bad week, but you can be different. You can choose how to respond. The first step is always awareness. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling right now? Don't judge it, just notice it. Once you're aware, you have a choice. You can decide to shift that energy. One of the fastest ways to do this is with gratitude. Seriously. The moment you start focusing on what you're really thankful for, even the smallest things, your entire perspective starts to change. You can't be grateful and bitter at the same time. Remember, your mood is directly tied to your thoughts. That's why controlling your mind is so critical. If you're thinking stressful thoughts, you'll feel stressed. If you're thinking hopeful thoughts, you'll feel hopeful. Practices like meditation and mindfulness train you to create a small gap between a feeling and your reaction. In that gap, you find your power to choose, and just like your thoughts, your energy is contagious. A positive, upbeat mood attracts people and opportunities. A negative, draining mood pushes them away. You become a magnet for whatever energy you put out. So don't let a bad moment define your day. Don't let a difficult feeling become your identity. Choose gratitude, choose optimism, choose to find the good. Because when you take control of your mood, you take back control of your life. All right, let's talk about the final piece of the puzzle, money. This is a big one. For so many people, money is a source of constant stress, a shackle that keeps them stuck. They feel controlled by it, or more often, by the lack of it. Why? Because they don't have a plan. But here's the truth, money itself is neutral. It's just a tool. It's how you use that tool that defines your life. The problem isn't money. It's the desperate, unhealthy love of money that becomes the root of all evil. So, how do you flip the script and take control? It all starts with a plan. You need to be intentional with every single dollar. This means budgeting, saving, and investing. I know what you're thinking. Budgeting sounds restrictive, but it's the exact opposite. Budgeting is freedom. It's you telling your money where to go, instead of scratching your head at the end of the month, wondering where it all went. This is about breaking free from the cycle of emotional spending, the impulse buys that feel good for a moment, but trap you in debt for years. It's about building a safety net, an emergency fund that protects you when life throws a curveball. Real wealth isn't measured by how big your paycheck is. It's about how much you keep and, more importantly, how you make that money grow for you. Financial freedom is the ultimate goal. It means having options. It means living life on your own terms, without that constant, nagging worrying about bills. To get there, you need to track your spending, know where every dollar goes, live below your means, just a little, so you have a surplus to build with. Start building something that will last, something that works for you even when you're not actively working. And listen, it is never too late to start. Whether you're 18 or 68, today is the best day to take control of your financial future. So let's bring it all together. Control your mouth, control your mind, control your mood, and control your money. These 4 pillars are what determine the quality of your life. Think about it. You can't control every single thing that happens to you out there in the world. But you can always control how you respond. That is your true power. Your words create your reality. Your thoughts shape your destiny. Your mood attracts your future. And your money gives you the freedom to build it all. None of this is a magic trick. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes discipline, consistency, and a commitment to taking small, deliberate steps every single day. But the most important step is the first one, and you have to take it today. When you master these 4 areas, you stop being a passenger in your own life. You stop reacting to circumstances, and you start creating the life you truly want to live. And the best part, this isn't just about you. When you take control, you become a beacon of strength and inspiration. It ripples out. It positively impacts your family, your friends, and your community. So, I'm asking you to take that first step right now. Decide to take control of your life. Because here's the hard truth. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You have the power. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and let's continue building a better life together.